Do I have permission to record you?
Yes.
And may I upload this video to YouTube for class? You, of course, have the right to ask me to take it down at a future time.
That would be fine, yes.
Okay, good. So I currently am taking public speaking at the University of Pittsburgh, and we've been talking about the idea of a public and how a speaker has the power to constitute a public in its audience, but also how an effective public is concerned about a greater purpose, like the well-being of the world or some other similar cause. So with that being said, if you had your choice, what kind of a world do you wish that you lived in?
I would say I would like to have a world that had peace, no crime. We wouldn't have a recession like we've been dealing with. We wouldn't have the turmoil that we have in the Middle East, things like that.
So, judging by your attire, I'm assuming you're a businesswoman. Is that why no recession would be important to you?
That is very important to me, yes. We do have a family business, and I am concerned about the future for my children and what's coming ahead.
Okay. So you mentioned those topics. Now, are those if you had your choice, would those be the things that you would change in the world? If you could change things about the current world that we live in, or would you choose other things to change?
Well, I definitely would want to change those things, but in addition to that, obviously we have to worry about our environment and with recycling and what's happening with that. And I'd like to see us better the economy and the government. Unfortunately, today, right now, with having the presidential candidates bickering and slandering each other, it's upsetting, because what does that tell us about America, for instance? You have to worry about what's happening over in China and how it affects us, and the sadness with what Japan has gone through with the earthquakes and tsunamis.
Right.
So yes, there's a lot of different things we need to fix,
Yeah,
I'd say.
world is far from perfect, that's for sure.
Yes, but on the other hand too, living in America is a great thing, I'd say.
Right. I would say that we have a lot of freedoms here that a lot of other places don't. And it would be nice if at least in my ideal world, like, they would be able to share in those types of freedoms, like the types of censorship they have in like Japan and China.
Right.
Like, I don't think that's necessarily fair, or they don't necessarily have the right to speak out against their government.
Exactly.
So I think if the world would share in those types of rights, I think we would live in a much better world.
Definitely, instead of competing constantly.
Right.
And look at what's going on right now with the oil and the gas prices. You know, it's just sky high, and it's because of the turmoil with other countries in the United States.
Yeah, I agree. Are there any questions that you would like to ask me, or?
I was just curious, what would be like your next step with this class? What will you be doing to further discuss this with your professor in the class? Will there be some instruction in that respect?
Yes, actually everyone in my class is making a similar video, and then we're having a screening day where we're all going to watch each other's videos and see how well the conversations were carried out, and then also see what kind of issues were brought up and among like the different types of people we interviewed, whether they were older, younger, male, female. And it will be interesting because some students, like I did it in my hometown obviously because I'm from here, but some students did it while they were away on spring break. So it will be interesting to see what the differences are there.
It will be. And will there be somewhere that I'd be able to view something like this? Will there be other YouTube available to view?
Yes, they'll all be on YouTube. Actually, the title, if you just let me look, it'll be under the person's last name and then public speaking. So that's how you'll be able to find mine. It'll be under Yelenic, public speaking. Okay. And then similar videos will be posted like that.
Okay, great.
All right, well,
I wish you all the best.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.